All right, so today we're gonna show you guys how to install a D2 side step. And the D2 side step goes on every Forester or Classic. All you're gonna need to do this is very simple. You're gonna need a little pry tool to pry your rubbers up to expose where you're gonna drill, a drill to drill your holes, and then a 13mm socket on a drill and a 13mm wrench. And that's all it's gonna take. We'll go and open up the box and show you everything that's inside. It's gonna be all bubble wrapped up. We got your side steps themselves, hardware, and the other side step. And your hardware is just going to be 4 bolts with 8 washers and 4 nuts to secure your side steps. So get your pry tool. So your front is going to be drilled into your rubber. So what I like to do is I like to pry this out from the back here. Just get something underneath it and just pull it out. And then that'll expose where we're gonna drill to put our side step. And then just same thing on the other side. Come in here, squeeze in from the back and just lift up. And this easily just slides out. Sometimes you will find some aluminum from where they drilled at the factory in there, and you can just kind of get that out. First steps first, we're gonna pull this out of its protective sleeve here. That just shows you your side step. Now we may want to cut it so we can show you exactly where we're going to hold it from underneath. Okay, so you got your frame length right here, and where we like to go with it is you're going to have a pop rivet coming down out the top right here, and we like to butt it up right up against that pop rivet, and then you're just going to hold it right here and mark your spots to drill your holes. So what I like to do here is just kind of eye this. I've got it held. I make sure it's in that right spot. I just hold it kind of tight in there. And now I'm just literally like going straight up this line and then right in the middle in line with the other bolt. So you want to be in line with these bolts because they hide inside of this rubber. So you want to kind of come across from there and then come up from here to find out where you want to put it. I'm thinking about right here. And let's say right here. You don't have to make the whole bolt, just make a little mark so you can finish your drill. Depending on how good of a drill bit you got, it may take a little longer than how I did it. This is a brand new one. But you're just gonna, it's a little thick layer of aluminum and then a thin layer of steel. And if you want, you can kind of wallow it out a little bit just to make sure that you don't have too much trouble getting your bolts in there. And then this is kind of the easy part. Some people may call it the hard part. We're gonna go back into that same spot, make sure that we're right there where we want to be. And then I'm just gonna make the mark through this into the side step. And then same thing on the other side. And I just try to make sure that I'm really holding this thing steady and that it doesn't move around. And I'm looking through to see that my other one is still lined up as I drill the second one. You don't have to make the whole hole, just enough so that you can pull it down here on the ground and drill through it. Same thing over here. All right, dust this off so you don't have any aluminum trapped in between there because you get a lot of rust that way. We're gonna take a second, kind of clean this off. I can't get it out. Open up your little handy dandy bag of screws and bolts and nuts. So, on the outside washer, you stick this through here. It's actually best if you're holding this up here. You can just get it through all of them at once. And then it'll kind of, if you put it through all of them, it'll kind of hold itself in place so that you can put the nuts on the back. All right, and then you're in there like that. back here. Just gonna slide that washer on there. And then slide you a nut on there. I always like to finger tighten everything up. So all I gotta do with the wrench, just a little bit of tightening. All right, and then we're almost done with this one side. All we need now is the 13. When you come back with the 13 and the 13. A lot of times it's easier to go for the drill from this side since it's so recessed up in there. Wrench on the other side. Just a little couple little turns because I already tightened it up. And that's it. So here we are. Got the whole side step on there. And all that's left to do is kind of tuck this back together. And if this is warm, like it is today, it's been kind of a warm day, you can see it's just sliding right back into place. If it's cold, this may be a little more difficult. You can either try heating it up, or you can just kind of bend it. Sometimes if you take it and you just kind of do like this with it a little bit, bend it up, make it a little more malleable for you to get up in here. But that's it. And one side done. Basically, you're just gonna repeat that exact process on the other side and got two side steps. And these things are super sturdy because like I said, it's going through a really thick aluminum and some steel. So it should be plenty of weight for pretty much anybody. That's what I was saying. I did some of these the other day. Like he was like, oh, they wanted side steps. And he pulled it back here. I was like, dang, I never realized how fast I can actually do this when I'm like strapped for time, you know?